What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys another episode of my DFS NBA podcast. And tonight we have a pretty hefty slate of games. There's a few injuries we can definitely take advantage of as usual, and there's plenty of value to go around. Just going to mention to you guys my favorite value play at each position as of right now. Still early in the day. Things obviously pop up. The NBA is terrible with news. We always hear about news way too late into the night, too close to lock, so always pay attention to that. I also have my projector oven up on my homepage right now, so you can check that out. You have to have a registered account. It's only 4 Guru credits. This just shows you an optimizer of my favorite value plays. I think I post like 9 or 10 guys there, so check that out. Move right into today's video at point guard. This is kind of an obvious play, but I know there's a lot of you out there who like really don't know what they're doing, so I'm gonna just mention the chalkiest play of the slate here, and that's Terry Rozier. What's his price at? 4,500. He's just an obvious play with Kyrie Irving out. He'll be starting tonight, an ideal matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he's a guy who's slated for probably at least 30 fantasy points tonight. Every time he starts in Kyrie's absence, he gets over 25 fantasy points. So just an obvious play. He's going to be over 90% owned tonight, but I thought I'd just say that. Also, Fred VanVleet's another guy you want to spend down on. VanVleet and Rozier are two perfect low-tier guys that you want to spend down on tonight. Just lock them both in at point guard for cash games tonight. There's really nowhere else you should go there. Shooting guard, I don't know how chalky of a play he is tonight, but I love James Harden. Madison Square Garden's a great place to play. It's a great environment. The lights are bright there. I know the Knicks stink, but the atmosphere is still good. Harden strives in a popular atmosphere where there's going to be a lot of celebrities and whatnot. Just a great play here. The Rockets aren't expected to blow out the Knicks. They're, I think, like 7 or 8 point favorites. Always tough to blow out someone when you're on the road. But Harden at 13.5, his salary went down 500. I don't mind it. He needs like 65 fantasy points to hit value, and he has that 80-point upside. So a really nice guy to lock in as your superstar tonight. With all the value out there, he's definitely easy to fit into your lineups. Small forward, I say you spend somewhat down. You don't want to spend up tonight on small forward. I don't like any of the there's not really any studs. Tobias actually got moved over. He's been a power forward all year. FanDuel moved him over to small forward tonight. I don't think he's really worth it. I think Nikola Mirotic is a pretty good play at 6,700. He sees a lot of minutes and usage with Anthony Davis out. Even if he comes off that bench, he should get over 30 minutes, and this game should stay pretty close. Pistons aren't a bad team. I think it's going to be competitive throughout, and Mirotic makes for a really, really nice upside play tonight. I don't know if he's a cash game play, but definitely a guy you want to target in tournaments, if not cash games. I'm still deciding on that myself. For power forwards, with Irvin and Horford out, there's definitely some value going on here. I don't mind Daniel Tice. It's just always a little risky to know what Brad Stevens is going to do when his stars are out. He can mix and match lineups all game long. If the Celtics do blow out the Cavaliers, which they might, they're 15-point favorites tonight, even with the injuries. Tice could see a lot of court time. I don't know if Brad Stevens is going to get Mitchell Robinson into the mix. We all know Aaron Baines is starting at center, and he's the best value play there. But Daniel Tice could be a pretty nice play if his minutes are going to be secured over 20 minutes. I also like Marcus Morris with this news, 5,300, not a bad play here. The only worry here is the blowout, like I said. But with no Kyrie and Horford, the usage is going to be there. He's going to get a lot of shots up, and 5,300 is a fairly low price for him. He should get over 25 fantasy points tonight. As far as spending up at power forward, I don't know if it's really worth it. I do love Randall when AD is out, but his price is now 8,900, so I don't love that play so much. You could look at Pascal Siakam or Serge. Both of these guys could have big games with no Kawhi Leonard playing, so it's really a flip of a coin between them. I personally think Pascal is a better player than Serge. He just does more on the court when he's out there, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably end up rolling with one of the two guys, just because there's so much usage for the Raptors when Kawhi Leonard is out. Then for center, I mentioned Aaron Baines, a great punt play here. He's 3,700. He should be starting, should get over 20 minutes. He's going to be covering anti-Zizic. So Zizic is a pretty true center. He's a big man. Baines should be the guy slated to cover him throughout the game. And Zizic actually makes for a good play himself. With no Tristan Thompson, he's been really, really striving for the minutes that he's been getting. He's actually got, I know people love doing it. I don't really love it as much, but he's got a revenge game tonight. I don't really think it plays too much into, the less talented guys as opposed to James Harden with a revenge game against the Thunder. That's a different story. But Zizic did get traded from the Celtics a couple years ago in that Kyrie Irving trade. So, I do, or not the Kyrie, was it the Kyrie Irving trade? It was when Jay Crowder and Zizic went over. Yeah, it was in the Kyrie Irving deal, but he's got a revenge game. He's going to see 30 minutes tonight probably, and he's been getting over 25 fantasy points, which he needs for value, so he's a pretty consistent play. I don't know if I'm going to be targeting him, but I definitely don't hate it if you put him in your lineup, so he's a good play. One last guy I want to mention to you is Enes Kanter. He finds himself in a great spot tonight, slated to start. Luke Cornett is out for the Knicks for a couple of weeks, so Kanter should be able to fill into this starting role and play. I know the Knicks hate him. He eats too many burgers. He's kind of a piece of shit. But they have no one else to play. They have him, and they have Mitchell Robinson, I think. And he might be playing a little bit as well. Pretty sure I said Mitchell Robinson earlier when I really meant Robert Williams for the Celtics when I was talking about Daniel Tice. Either way, Williams probably won't play any minutes tonight. But Mitchell Robinson might take over some minutes for Kanter, but Kanter is a really safe play tonight in my opinion. The Rockets are really banged up in the front court. Capella's out for another couple weeks, so Kanter should be able to take advantage. It's going to be a fast-paced game. Definitely a solid play, and I think he's safe enough in cash games. That'll sum up today's video, guys. If you have any questions or comments, just comment in this video below. Make sure you get over to my website, fd-guru.com, to get any lineups that you want to your pleasing. And just like and subscribe this video. Until tomorrow, guys, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off.